Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another session all the time with the Valedictorians. My name is Augustine Kwabena, and I have the pleasure of being your host for today. Today, we are currently graced with the presence of two exceptional individuals, one from the Departments of Engineering and the other from the Department of Economics. Not only have these two excelled academically, but their commitment and passion has undoubtedly left an indelible mark on the entire student community. Today, we are going to be privileged to delve deeper in the minds of these two geniuses. It is my great honor to introduce to you Master Humphrey, the overall valedictorian of the College of Humanities and Social Science, together with his equally accomplished twin, Master Harry. You are humbly welcome.
Thank you.
And you have the platform to introduce yourselves.
Of Arts and Economics.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
That's the voice of KNUST Media. Thank you for expending the time to join us. To share with us your experiences along this course of time. The twins. This is an inspiring story to hear, considering the fact that both of you are found within the same range, CW of 85.09 and CW of 82.14.
Yeah.
That's extremely tremendous.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you are here to share with us. Many are dying to know the main, story behind it all. What was the secret to your academic excellence, as long as this journey is concerned? So once again, we are glad that you are here with us. So we want to understand how it all began. But before we drive along this course, I want you to share with us briefly your academic journey to the point of KNUST.
All right. So with the academic journey, I think
you
said the same thing.
The same school, right? So one person.
Yes,
oh, that's wonderful. So one person could.
To now, so
so you could. One person.
Okay, yeah. So went to Akatsi Senior High School. It's in the Volta region.
Right.
So I read business and he read general science.
General science.
General
Okay.
science. So,
Awesome.
and then we completed it. I was the best student over there too.
Akatsi Senior High.
Yeah, Akatsi Senior High School, yes. I happened to be the overall best student.
in the district as well.
In the district as well.
Yes, Akatsi district, yes, please.
Was it deliberate? Because best students in Akatsi and then in KNUST, and I believe that considering you are twins, an equally accomplished twin as well. That was it something that was deliberately planned, that you want to collectively aimed for a higher ground?
Okay, I would say maybe something like that. Because when we came to university, as when we first came to KNUST, we all planned that we would complete in 80s, like.
So it's something that you guys sat down and then you planned.
Something that we planned.
Or maintain the 80s to be complete.
How does it feel?
We started with 83.
Yeah.
Then along the line he dropped, so I was able to maintain my end.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that. But having planned right from the onset to complete within the range of the 80s, how does it feel to finally realize that here you are at the particular point where you wanted to be? How does it feel like?
I'm so excited about it. Because when the first semester results came in first year and I had 83, I was like, wow, I'm a very good student, so I can maintain it. So me ending in 80s, I'm so appreciative of it and I'm so glad.
Right. What about you, myself?
Yes, I'm also excited about it and finally imagine us the valedictorian for the school. So I'm very excited.
And did you ever sit down to think or imagine yourself in this position of becoming the overall valedictorian of this?
Not actually, no. It just happened, so.
Right. Now, before we come to the main secret behind this academic excellence, I would love for you to share with us. You recently had your, ceremony, and then having been called to the stage, being pronounced the overall valedictorian. Prior to your ceremony, and then the other CWAs of, the other valedictorians were being mentioned, and then you were, waiting for it to get to your turn. Was there an expectation that, being in the 80s, you would rise to become the overall valedictorian? Was there an expectation?
Yeah, I think yes, there was an expectation because the others were in 84, so I was expecting I'll be the overall because
Right.
I have 85 and others are in 84.
Okay.
Probably.
That's awesome. Now let's get down to the real deal. When you were admitted to KNUST, were you guys admitted to the same hall?
Oh no, we actually stayed off campus.
Off campus? In the same hostel?
Yeah, same hostel, yeah.
Okay, no problem. Now, would you say that, because mostly we do have this perception that, the environment you find yourself in also becomes a contributing factor towards your academic excellence. I mean, those in the halls, there is Jama, there is all these kind of things, these fun activities to indulge yourself in. Would you say that being isolated from the traditional halls and not being part of or were there a time where you moved to the halls to be a part of the activities? Was there a time like that?
No, not really. No, yeah.
So in that regard, would you say that being isolated from all these fun activities also became a contributing factor to your academics?
I wouldn't say it's a factor because when we were off campus, we realized that campus too, there are so many benefits on campus because when they're in the halls, they have access to Wi-Fi, you get it. But we are off campus and we don't have Wi-Fi. But we just rely on our normal data. Once you buy it, it gets exhausted, you have to buy again, waste of money, But we mostly come on campus. So our friends mostly see us on campus learning. So when it's around 9 p.m., then we'll go back and then sleep. So I think being on campus is really nice. Yeah, it's a nice experience to be on campus because we've been with friends on campus before. Yeah, but off campus too is nice. Yeah, just that the Wi-Fi problem, as I said, that's a
But I'm talking about the fun activities.
Yeah.
Okay, being
those
off campus.
all week celebration.
Yeah,
okay,
all week celebrations.
Was there a whole week celebration all the time? I remember they were doing a program at the parade grounds. They hosted it over there. We passed through just to look at things and then we went to
Right. But you will come to that aspect of being also a part of other activities because I understand you're an organist, then you're a guitarist,
Guitarist,
yeah. So we'll come to that part and then understand how you manage. Now let's talk about, were there an obstacle or obstacles that you did encounter within the course of your journey as far as your academic journey is concerned? Were there obstacles that you did encounter?
Okay, so with obstacles, I would say, we stayed off campus, so especially in our first. No, entirely. Like from first to final stage of campus. So I think an obstacle is maybe a place to learn. So maybe we mostly study on campus, and we are the type that we don't learn in our room. Like the bed is there, you are learning. So I will sleep. I like sleep. Like I like to sleep. That's me. Like do you get it? So
unfortunately, in our hostels too, we don't have the tables and chairs. So we have to you have to move to campus to
learn before you come back to come and sleep. So I think, it's also an obstacle.
Okay. Yeah. Apart from that, were there any other obstacles, and how were you able to overcome such challenges?
Okay. Another one, I think, first year, first and second year, we weren't using laptop. So I think that's also what's an obstacle.
Using your phone to
we're using phone to learn. Yes, we were using our phones to learn. So when you want to learn, you have to put your phone on airplane mode. So I'll call my brother and tell him, Charlie, I can't fly. So it means I'm going here. I'm going to learn. So it means I'll click that button like airplane mode. So if you call me, you can't reach me. Then I will learn with your phone. When I'm done, then I put it off. Then I can maybe reply my text, maybe do other things.
Right. I mean, you made mention of the fact that it was a plan. It was something that you guys have targeted to be found within the range of the 80s. Did you find yourself competing? Like, I mean, in as much as you are in different, departments altogether, but I mean, between yourselves, was it a competition or did you find yourself competing? Let's see who do we. Did you find it that way?
Not at all. We're just trying to be in the 80s. Trying to be in the 80s. Right. At all costs in the 80s.
Right. Was this something that was deliberate? Because clearly, the senior becomes a senior.
But I won't say it's deliberate though, but I think it's something in it. It's something like natural. Because from JHS, he was the best student in that school, number 2 junior high school. Then to WASSCE best, Then so I was just following. Do you get it? Yeah, I was trying my best. I was following.
Right. So you're just following the path of the city.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the balance between your personal life, your academic life, and then extracurricular activities. I mean, we have already established the fact that you were an organist, and I believe all these things were taking a toll on. But how are we able to, strategize and then balance the relationship between all these three sectors of your life?
I think it's okay.
So you can individually share with us how you were able to.
Alright, so balancing those activities. All right, so I think you just have to. I learned about time management when you came to the school first. So time management during our orientation, they taught us about time management. So I practiced that in the sense that I know that I'm a bass guitarist. We go for rehearsals a lot. First, we went for rehearsals, plenty rehearsals. Yeah. So once you get to rehearsal ground, you know that you are coming to learn the song. So once
which church?
Go by Evangelical Church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the denomination on campus is Gesam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gesam. So once you go for rehearsals and we are back, you know that you've spent some time at rehearsals. Do you get it? So when you come back, you have to at least cater for it. Do you get what I mean? So
absolutely.
yeah, you have to learn to maybe around 12 then before you sleep, because you can't come back and sleep. Yeah, you just have to revise what you learn. One thing I do is that once I'm done with lectures, I revise whatever we were taught, and then I will just read ahead small before I will sleep. So I was just trying to do that. Yeah. So it just mean you having to cut down the time that you sleep, because you want to balance. Once you do rehearsal for a certain number of hours, you realize that you have to learn as well, and then you have to reduce your sleeping time to adjust to it. Do you get
But
it?
I do say that sleeping is good. I mean, there is even a
sleeping is
specified,
yeah.
sleeping time. So if you say cutting down, is that
Yeah.
not also?
All right, so
Yeah,
I
there are
think
things
that
you have to
you have
sacrifice.
to make
Sacrifice.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
I see. Right. So that went, both ways for you as well. I mean,
Yes.
right. But we do have this, time and again, we do say we should prioritize, manage your time. So you would more or less like schedule, let's say I would go and study around, let's say 9 p.m. And then right when you are, ready for that, there would be an unprecedented or an unexpected, thing that will just come and then trash everything out. How do you, manage to catch up? Because at that particular point in time, what do you do actually? What do you do? Is it that you do away, because that thing may also appear to be important. So how do you cope with that?
Alright, so Humphrey.
All right, sure. So with that, okay, I use a typical example of mine. So as we said earlier, we are instrumentalists, so we play instruments and all those things. So we know that the weekends we can't really study. That's it, because you go for rehearsal on Saturday, Sunday, church service, and some other things. So what I mostly do is that I make sure that within every day I do something. Even if it's 30 minutes, it's fine by me.
Right.
So if I'm not able to do maybe what I want to do on a particular day, then I will move it to the next day. That's what you
And then
do.
put in the time.
Yes.
Great. That's awesome. Now let's shift to the focus to networking. The time and again, we do say it's no good to be isolated and all that. So how has networking also played a major role in your academic excellence? You can share with us individually. But let me start from Master Humphrey.
All right,
so
sure.
that's how come to.
All right, so I think that networking is very good. Yes, so I was organizing secretary for Economic Student Association, that's ISA. Then I moved on to become a deputy academic board chairperson for, of course, that's the college. And then with that, I met a lot of people. Yes, so I got to know, even at the department, I got to know the department president and other executives. So it's very nice knowing people. Get to know people, like mingle, like all those stuff. So it's nice. Then it opens opportunities for you. So you get to see other aspects of life, not only academics, but your social life too. I think it's very necessary.
Right. Wait, let me cut to you, Master Harry.
All right, so about networking. So I was also an agenda boy. I was CISA president, Civil Agent Student Association president.
Oh, that's nice.
During my time, we had a lot of programs, so I was able to network with other departmental presidents in the college, and then from there, I think there was during our CISA week celebration, we hosted a program, and then we invited one engineer to come and grace the occasion, to just come and give a talk. During the webinar, and then after that, I happened to get in touch with him. That's networking, one aspect of it, and I realized that it's really good to know people, because I secured 2 internship slots for my mates, and then NSS lot, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because of that, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, let's talk about mentors.
All right.
And then the role that lecturers and professors also do play, because mostly we all have different mentalities and different perceptions altogether. Some say that, well, there's not importance to have a mentor, like it's not important to waste time on visiting lecturers, like if you don't understand something, all these perceptions. But I want you to share with us, how were there even mentors for you? And if so, how did they contribute effectively towards your personal goals and your academic excellence?
Okay, so I had mentors, the lecturers and my student colleagues, like my colleagues. Yeah, so with the lecturers, yeah, I got to know most of them, like especially from second year going. Yes, first year I was the introvert type, right? So after class, then you go back. Yes, I didn't know most of my colleagues in first year. It was second year that I got to know them and got to know the lecturers too. So anytime I'm free, then I go to see the lecturers, discuss with them my ambition after here. Maybe I want to do this, I want to do that, and they'll help you. So they'll ask questions. So how is your social life? Do that, especially one lecturer. I'll be going to see him and he'll tell you, Humphrey, don't just be learning, like new friends, like your social life. Get to know more people and all those things. So he encouraged me to go for the positions. Like he made me become agenda boy.
So you're both agenda boys. All right. So let me come to you, Master Harry. Share with us, how has the role of mentors also been a contributing factor to your personal growth and then your academic excellence?
All right. So in first year, I had one mentor. It's called Prince. Yeah, he really motivated me to learn. Yeah. So when you came fresh, I was like really afraid that, can I make it? Like they say, first class is really hard. I met some people, they said 70. It starts from 70, but to get that 70 is really hard. So he sat me down. He told me that, you can do it. He started from this, and now he's at this point. He was in third year then. So I decided to push in all my best, and then at the end of the first year, when I had 83, I showed it to him. I was like, wow, that's great. And then, as we told you that our dream was to stay in the 80s, I was very glad, and I kept it like that. And then there was this lecturer to Dr. Russell. He's still there. Yeah, he also motivated me. Yeah, so anytime I go to him, he will speak to me, you can do this and that, aside classroom too as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mentioned you had a drop from the 83 to 82.
Yeah, then to 80.
Then to 80, and then you rose
back to 82.
Now let's get to where you dropped to 80. Was there this kind of fear that maybe, because already you had planned that you want to finish within the range of 80s. So now here lies the case that you have dropped from 83 to 80.
Yeah.
Was there some sort of fear that you would slip to the 70s and then you may not even complete with the expected range that you want to be in?
All right, so I dropped to 80.65 at the end of the second year. So I was really afraid that I wouldn't end in the 80s, because second year you're at 80. What about third year and final year? Because I learned that going up you can't increase yet. Exactly. So I decided to put in my best, and then I'm now at 82.14, and I'm really glad, and I thank God for it.
That's excellent. Now, let's a lot of people are watching this show, and then most people, we all come to the school, or whatever we find ourselves with different mentalities and different personalities, some with different backgrounds altogether. There are people who come from a good background. You come to the school or with the idea that, well, I just need something to carry home with. I get me. So at the end of the day, even if it's a pass, it's something. Or even if it's second class lower, it's something. And there are others that feel like, well, I know my background, so I have to expend the effort, do my best, and strive for the success that I'm actually aiming at. So we also put aside the necessity to indulge yourself in certain activities and then isolate yourself. I want to share with us your take on this matter. What would you have to say on this? People with a mentality that, well, I have a good background, come to school, anything is good for me, I'm okay with it. Others with other different backgrounds altogether also come to school because of the whole idea of knowing my background. I don't even want to associate myself with more friends, going out and then having fun and all that. I want you to share with us individually what's your take on this.
All right. Okay. I think irrespective of your background, anything you're doing, just put in your efforts and strive for the the maximum best, like the excellence. Go for the excellence. Go for
Right.
gold. Okay.
Right.
Yes, that's
Okay. What about you, Masahari?
Yeah, so same here. So same here.
So strive for the
Yeah,
best.
strive for the
at
best
end
in
of the
everything
day.
that you do. Yeah.
Great. Now let's consider, looking back in time. Is there anything that, if you sit down, you ponder over maybe all the time that you have spent in KNUST, you love to come back in time to make changes if there was a possibility? Is there anything that you have?
Okay, now I'll go for it. So I've been telling people that I've never regretted any time I spent in KNUST.
Anytime.
Yeah, I did agenda and all those things, tutorials and church and everything, but I wouldn't regret it. I've been telling people, yeah. So I'm comfortable with where I am today.
That's
because
awesome.
I've really
That's
strived
awesome.
for it. Yeah, so that's it.
awesome.
And I've learned a lot through along the journey. Even though there were downfalls and uprise, but I still learned my lesson. So when I go to grad school, I might apply it over there.
Right.
So I'm really grateful, yeah.
But Humphrey,
Yeah, same here. I don't regret anything. I'm okay. Yes.
it's because you guys are twins, so you're all sharing the same.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Yes.
I mean, it's quite excellent to arrive at a juncture where you look back in time and then you don't have any regrets. I mean, that's something that I actually commend you guys for that, and it's something that I believe that we should all expend effort to achieve along the line of our journey. Now, before we come to our final words, I would like you to take this very opportunity, right, and then share with us, any advice, because we all say that in one way or the other, sometimes we need someone's story to more like push you to be the driving force. Sometimes points where you feel any self-doubt, you get to me. So share with us, is there any advice that you give out? Let me start with you, Masahari.
All right, so I would advise the students body here, the students to, as you said, always strive for excellence in whatever they do. And if you want to do something, make sure you weigh the consequences and the advantages. Put it down and be like, okay, if I do this, what would be the outcome? If it comes out this way, what would I have? Like, what would consequence would it have on me? Do you get it here? So once you weigh the options, then you go for it, and it will really help you. So in all things that you do, you weigh the options. I've been in this school and I've not gotten a girlfriend. Many people have girlfriends, but I've weighed the consequences. So just wait. Do you get it?
You don't have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Or you didn't have a girlfriend.
So, oh no, I don't have. So.
You don't have up to this point.
Yeah, so just have to weigh the consequences. Do you have time for some things? Okay, I don't have time for this. I wouldn't do it. I have time. I'll do
You
it.
wait and then realize that having a girlfriend would be more or less like,
No, to me, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, so not to add it to
I
me,
see.
yeah. So yeah.
Master Harry didn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I see. Master Harry did someone that
Take time, take your time.
Alright, but okay, Master Harry.
All right. So my advice would be for them to always maybe strive for the best and always plan maybe the idea. That's me. Set a goal. Okay.
Right.
You should set a goal and make sure they achieve that goal or that. As we said, we planned we planned that we will complete in 80s.
Right.
Yes, that was our goal from start,
goal.
and then
It
we have achieved it. So we are happy for
That's
we are happy
excellent.
for that.
That's excellent. And I mean, I must commend you myself. Right from the onset, beginning with a plan, and then here you are at the juncture. With the reward that you're actually expecting to get. I mean, that's something to commend. So I would once again commend you. And then thank you for the time that you have spent here with us. So there we have it. But before you leave, I would like to use this very moment to share something, make a small presentation. So we have here with us, I mean, just like you have all indicated in your, deliberations and then your the conversation we've had, that we should all strive for the best, the excellence. So we have a token of appreciation here, and I believe would also contribute effectively to the excellence that we are all looking forward and then aiming to get at the end of the day. So there's a token of appreciation. It's a book, a leadership book. All right. This is a leadership book written by Brian Tracy, who is the author. And the title of this book is Victory, applying the proven principles of military strategy to achieve greater success in your business and your personal life. So there's a leadership book and it's talking about appreciation, to express how appreciative that we are for spending time to join us here, and then share this inspiring and insightful experiences. And I believe that these experiences will go a long way into helping us and then hold us even in time where we feel so down and overwhelmed. So this book, one unique thing about this book is that it has been signed by 3 renowned personalities of this great institution, starting with the magnificent signature of our one and only mother, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua-Dixon. Yeah, our one and only mother, Professor Mrs. Rita Akosua-Dixon. And we also have the signature of our one and only registrar, Professor Andrews Boateng. His signature is also beautifully signed here. We also have lastly the signature of the Director of Student Affairs, the Dean of Students, Professor Wilson Ejare. So these are the magnificent signatures of our renowned personalities of this great institution, also validating and then expressing their appreciation for the efforts, then acknowledging all the things that you have put in place to arrive at this juncture. So thank you very much once again. So let me present. Thank you, Master Harry, and let me also. I mean, we've got the same book concerning you are twins, and then you love to share everything together. So that's also yours. We thank you for your time. We believe this will go a long way to helping in your personal growth. Once again, we appreciate it for your time.
Thank you.
And yeah, so there we have it. We had a very insightful time with these 2 geniuses, our one and only valedictorian for the entire university, Master Humphrey, and with his equally accomplished twin, Master Harry, who joined us here today to share with us their insightful and very inspiring experiences garnered over the past few years. So we are very appreciative and thank you for staying with us to this point. Enjoy it today. Thank you. So we'll meet again. Thank you.
All right.